Hello and welcome to another edition of the Avid Screencast. My name is Christian Förster, and this week I was once again asked to recreate an effect that a viewer had seen on a video. So this is the video straight off of YouTube that she saw and tried to recreate. So as you can see, this is a football video, and it's probably highly copyright infringing. So that's why I'm gonna, stop using it right now. And what we're going to do is try to recreate this effect. It's kind of very contrasty. You can see if you look around the whole video, there's always that high contrast look, often with a glow. And here's a vignette, obviously, and it's very saturated as well. It is not very consistent color-wise. It's sometimes pretty warm, and sometimes, like here, this is a greenish shot, and this one is rather blue. But we're going to try to go for this warm look, because I think most of the video has this warm look to it. And then again, also with the very slow motions like this, you have kind of a flickering that is there, because basically the frequency of the light source is lower than your frames per second. So you have this flickering effect, and we're gonna try to recreate all that in basically 10 minutes. And I have just created a sequence of footage that is under Creative Commons. I've taken that off of Flickr. If you want to know the sources of the video, check out the show notes. And some Creative Commons music as well. If you like the music, you can download it for free. You'll find the song, the link in the show notes as well. So let's check out this video before we actually do anything to it. So it's gonna look different, but we're gonna try to give it all kind of a similar look. So what we're gonna do first is apply the color correction, because that way we can basically make all the shots look kind of similar and create the next effects for the whole group of shots and not just for each shot individually. So let's go into color correction mode. And the first thing we're going to do is increase the contrast by creating an S-curve in the master curve. Something like this. Obviously, this also increases the saturation, which is exactly what we wanted. Now we have a nice contrasty look here. And you can go crazy with, especially with sports. It's pretty common to really go crazy with the S-curve here. So let's also increase the saturation. So there we're very contrasty. This is very red magenta. So we might want to increase the green channel a bit to make it look a little more natural. And also with with football, a little more green can't hurt. So let's save this correction. And let's see what it looks like if we apply it to the second shot. Whoa, this is green, isn't it? So let's adjust the curve here a bit. That's pretty nice. Again, same thing here. Well, maybe not that much green. So what we're gonna do is increase the contrast for the rest of the shots as well. All right, so there we go. Now we've increased our contrast, and giving this a very, very unique look. And when I say unique, I mean the look that half of sports trailers have. So the next thing we're gonna add is the glow. So let's just drop that over the whole group, because, you know, this is gonna be the quickest way to do it. You could do it clip by clip and tweak the glow to your liking for each clip. But for a quick application, let's just go to Tools, Effect Palette, go to the BCC effects, and drop the BCC glow on top of the whole thing. And ooh, it's glowing. So let's go into Effect Editor. And let's not go as crazy with the glow. Maybe something like this. Still glowing pretty heavily. Let's look at all the rest. Yeah, it's all nice and glowy, as it should be. Well, maybe here it's a bit too much. So let's keyframe that first bit. Let's go to where it starts panning into the audience. Select the first two keyframes. And turn the glow down. Now, there's pretty much no glow there. Next thing we're going to do is apply the flickering. So again, open the effect palette. And from the same category, BCC effects, there's the film damage. And just drag and drop the film damage on V3. You could also, of course, put that on top of the BCC glow on V2. You don't necessarily have to use a new video layer, but this way you can just access all your effects pretty quickly. And if you scrap through the timeline now quickly, or look at a frame where it is nicely visible, you can see there's a lot of effects enabled in the film damage. So let's turn most of these off. You could leave the grain on if you'd like, but I'm gonna turn it off. Turn the dirt off, turn the hair off, turn the scratches off. Now the color you might want to keep, because we can make this like a nice warm skin tone like color. And if you tint it by a lot, you can say it makes it look similar over the whole shot. So maybe not as much. All right. Turn the flicker on. And what I found in trying is to turn the flicker amount down to like 15 and turn the speed way down, like 8 or something. So now we'll have to bite the bullet and render the whole thing, and this is gonna take a long time. That looks quite nice, I'd say. I have to have a quick look here, because it looks like the flicker kind of increases the blacks quite a lot, so we may want to fix that. Let's fix that on V3 and just put something a little like this on there, so we don't lose all the contrast that we have. We just want the flicker, but not the reduced contrast. So let's just increase the contrast by using the master curve again. And now we have flickering and still our contrast is all there. And now let's look at that. All right. Now the last thing that the guy used in his video were vignettes. So let's do a couple of vignettes. Just add a couple of edits at the edit points, so we'll have a custom vignette for each clip. Now we'll again open the effect palette and go into the image category and just drag and drop the paint effect on the first clip. Go into effect editor. And we're gonna draw a rectangle that is black. So let's just change the color to black. Draw it over the whole image. And now we're gonna draw an oval with the erase option. And we're gonna draw something like this over the portion that you wanna focus on. Of course, we're gonna increase the feathering quite severely. And the last thing we're gonna do is decrease the visibility of the black rectangle that we drew. So let's turn the opacity down. And so let's just save that effect. So we're gonna use it for the other ones as well. Let's put it on the second clip and just change the vignette to your liking by changing the oval that is it has the erase function on it. Looks nice. Same thing with this one. There we want to focus on the two guys, of course. And same thing with the last one. Where of course we want to focus on the fans and not so much on the rest. Okay, now the last thing I'm going to do is add a fade to black to the end that is 200 frames long. And now let's just play our nice little clip. All right, and I think that's not too bad for the like 10 minutes that we've spent on that. All right, that is it for this episode of the Avid Screencast. Thank you very much for watching. If you like, go ahead and subscribe to the podcast at avidscreencast.com, where you can also watch past episodes. If you have any comments or suggestions like show topics, just go ahead and email me at mail@avidscreencast.com. or just comment on the website or contact me on Twitter, twitter.com/avidscreencast, or on Facebook, facebook.com/avidscreencast. And if you'd like to know what kinds of things I do in my day job, check out editguy.de. Once again, thank you very much for watching. See you next time. Goodbye.